Good morning, welcome to the Daily News podcast. Today is August 24th, 2026.
The biggest global story this morning is the standoff with Iran. Washington says it's preparing what one official called an economic D-Day, aimed at cutting off Tehran's financial lifelines, and Iran is signaling it could answer by threatening Gulf oil exports. That matters far beyond the region, because any disruption through the Gulf hits energy markets fast and can spill straight into inflation, shipping costs, and global growth fears. The immediate takeaway is simple. This is no longer just a diplomatic fight. It's a potential economic shock story too.
And that's exactly why markets are watching every word. When oil routes enter the conversation, everybody pays attention. Staying in world politics, there's also a quieter but important diplomatic move. Syrian and Israeli officials have held U.S.-mediated talks in Jordan to try to lower tensions after that recent Israeli strike near the Turkish border. Even limited direct contact is significant here, because it opens a channel in a conflict that can escalate quickly and drag in multiple powers. No breakthrough yet, but just getting both sides into the same room is meaningful in a region that badly needs off-ramps.
Right, and in this climate, even a small de-escalation step counts. The region has too many flashpoints already. Moving to North America, trade tensions between the U.S. and Canada just got hotter. Donald Trump said Canada wants the benefits of being a U.S. state after trade talks collapsed, while Canada's Prime Minister fired back with retaliatory tariffs and accused Washington of starting a trade war. This is one of the world's biggest trading relationships, so the rhetoric matters, but so do the real costs for manufacturers, agriculture, and consumers on both sides of the border. If this drags on, expect business groups to get louder very quickly.
The political theater is loud, but the economic fallout is what sticks. Cross-border trade fights have a way of spreading well beyond the original dispute. On the business side, all eyes are on Nvidia this week. Its quarterly earnings are shaping up as a major test of the AI trade, because Nvidia has become the bellwether for data center spending and investor confidence in the entire AI build-out. Adding to that, reports say the company has warned major customers about AI server price hikes of more than 15% next year, with memory costs playing a big role. So investors are watching two things at once: whether demand is still strong, and whether rising infrastructure costs start squeezing the companies buying all this gear.
That report could move half the tech market by itself. Nvidia isn't just another earnings release anymore. It's a read on the whole AI economy. And there's a major tech regulation story out of Europe. Uber is facing a massive GDPR fine, about 825 million euros, over automated driver suspensions. Regulators say the issue goes to algorithmic decision-making and how workers are treated when systems make calls that can affect their livelihood. This is bigger than Uber. It's a warning shot for any platform using automated systems to rank, suspend, or penalize people without enough transparency or safeguards.
That's the kind of case the whole industry studies closely. If regulators draw a hard line on automated decisions, plenty of companies will need to rethink their systems. One more from tech and media. Australia's new rules requiring major digital platforms to pay publishers for news content are creating fresh pressure on Microsoft, including possible effects through LinkedIn. It's another sign that governments want platforms and AI-era tech companies to pay more directly for the content ecosystems they benefit from. The bigger theme here is that regulation is catching up to the platforms just as they expand their AI and commerce ambitions.
And that combination is tricky for investors. Growth is one story, but regulation is increasingly part of the valuation too. To wrap up with culture, director John Turteltaub says National Treasure 3 is officially in development, with a script now being written. That's a real nostalgia play for Disney, and a notable revival of a franchise people have been asking about for years. Also in entertainment, Tyler, the Creator, Future, and Don Toliver are set to headline the 2026 Camp Flog Gnaw lineup, giving music fans one of the biggest festival drops of the season.
Honestly, both of those are guaranteed to light up the internet in totally different ways. One for millennial movie nostalgia, one for festival group chats. That's it for this morning's briefing.
Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with the stories you need to know.
Have a great day.